Well, very good morning, everybody, for Christmas Eve, the 24th of December. Okay, quite a few of you on this one, which is nice to see. 19, we haven't had that number in a while. It peaked at about 80 during the summer. High pressure out to the west of us and bringing round with it northerly winds, which is what we want for today. Fairly tight isobars where we are, though not as tight as previously forecast. And with that, fairly fresh temperatures as well, probably a lot lower than we've seen in the last couple of days or so. That's for a reasonably good Christmas day. And you'll be glad to know then on Boxing Day, it all falls apart, which is pretty good because we can't fly anymore. But for today, northerly to northwesterly winds and high pressure coming in charge. Those winds, fairly fresh from the northwest, sort of 25 to 30 knots at flying heights, and generally the north or northwest, nothing really towards the east, I'm afraid, but at least fairly northerly. And windy. I'll just zoom in so you can have a look at this. Let's bring us up to the ridge wind. Okay. That's not going to do it for me. Surface winds across the region generally sort of 330-12, 330-13. As the day goes on, that's not going to change too much, might come a touch around more to the north. But looking all the way along there, 14 knots at ground level, all around the area. Public forecast shows fairly similar. Gusting not as high as we were expecting, was quite windy last night, but not too bad, and temperatures are 3 degrees with plenty of sunshine. Satellite image is sort of showing over the UK quite a lot of gaps in the clouds. So that's not showing for you at the moment. We'll come back to that in a moment. Temperature today of 4 degrees. Dew points not particularly that much different, and that's not showing either. Bring that back. Aha, here we go. Yeah, that's not going to work. Right, okay. Looking outside then, just got sort of medium to low level cloud. Probably not particularly high, maybe 1,500 feet, but that is starting to burn back, and that won't be too much of an issue later. And temperature at the moment at Lasham, 2 degrees and a dew point of 6. Still nothing there. And no TAMs, nothing particularly. Most airports are having a fairly normal last day before they close for a while. Solar to Farnborough active and the usual transponder mandatory zones. Nothing particularly on down to the south, usual closure of danger areas for Christmas. And Gatwick showing 13 knots, 340 degrees, and temporary 330 at 15, and yeah, generally northwesterly winds, nothing changing there. And Odium at the moment showing 14 knots from the northwest. Okay, operationally, it's a bit tricky for our last day. I think the heavy gliders are going to go on 2.7. Then we're just going to accept some crosswind because there is some standing water around here. We'll have a chat to them with the tug pilots whether we take all the gliders up to 2.7 or not. Ideally, I'd like to launch into wind because otherwise that will limit those that are on the training list today and what they can do. But yeah, if we say all of the private gliders and any two-seaters that want to go flying up here, if you're light enough, then maybe come down here. If you are going to come down to 3-4, checking the runway's clear, come down the hard surfaces. Do not go on any grass, you will get stuck. Yeah, so come down and then we would join the queue around the corner here. But yeah, there might be a bit of toing and froing to get people launched on 2.7. Down to you lots to decide what you want to do today. It's not my proviso to other than to suggest if you don't have an engine, you may wish to stay close to the airfield because you're not going to be particularly popular with farmers if you land out. Okay. Other than that, unfortunately, this will be the last in the weather briefings for this year because unfortunately we had Tier 4, and as you will shortly find out, that prohibits gliding once again. But there'll be plenty of behind the scenes work going on. Double check the office opening hours for next week. Probably over the weekend, you will not find anybody here. Flying can happen tomorrow for private aircrafts, motor gliders. There'll be no gliding operation. LGS is closed always on a Christmas day, but people can do as they please if they have their own aeroplane, their tug or motor glider. But yeah, stay safe. We'll be in touch with more information. But for today, 270 if you're a two-seater and you're heavy, 3-4 otherwise if you are slightly lighter. Merry Christmas for me. If I don't see you, I'll see you hopefully in the new year. Bye for now.